Steve Chettle joins me tonight ahead of tonight's training session and our game at home against Atherton Collieries on Saturday. Our last game was against FC United at home. We've had two postponements since then, Mickleover Sports away, Nantwich away. Has that helped the player, just a bit of recuperation?
Possibly. We had last Saturday off because we knew the game was called off at 10 o'clock and lads were at different meeting points on their way to Nantwich, so we called off no training at all. We've trained the rest of the two sessions per week, so we had four training sessions. But time will tell whether it stood in good stead for Saturday.
Yeah, and I suppose players who maybe have got little niggles and stuff, that's given a little bit extra time for them to get match fit again, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a few boys who were getting very tired and getting a bit tight in certain positions, but they've been in with a physio for 4 sessions, like we say. They'll train tonight and we look forward to Saturday.
Yeah, and Saturday we're at home, we're on our 3G pitch. It's times like this when you realise the benefit of having a 3G pitch, don't you, in non-league?
Yeah, we can plan. That's one thing we can do. We know the rain's going to come down and the rain suits our pitch as well, so we don't really worry about the rain. People have really struggled. I've seen local clubs where the ground's underwater and we do really feel sorry for them, and they've got to rearrange the games, like the two we've got to against Nantwich and Mickleover as well. Yeah,
later on in the season we still have to play them, so we now have a Tuesday night against Mickleover and now a Tuesday night against Nantwich. Does that worry you at all, a little bit congested fixing towards the end of the season?
No, I think we're one of the fortunate ones where we've not lost any games at home, so we've got a couple of games to fit in, but I think 90% of the teams will just have games on a Tuesday night as well, so we're all in the same position. It's who can cope the best, really.
Yeah, and on another aspect of the football club, on Monday we saw the academy trials here. How did that go?
It was fantastic. We're 40 kids here, and we've already looked at one that potentially we've got bright aspirations for. One's training with the first team at present, so it went really well. We've got looking for a really good intake of first year next year to add to our fantastic first years we've got this year already. So yeah, it's positive signs for the football club, and the academy is really strong.
But looking at the players who came along to the trials on Monday, are you finding most of them are from Nottingham, or are you finding some that are travelling a little bit?
No, most of the kids are from Baseford, from Baseford under 16. So Phil and Mark and John from their teams. We want to continue their progress through Baseford United, like the under 18s and 19s next year. We're doing under 21s next season as well, so we've got a bridging gap between the 19s and first team. So hopefully the ones that do really well in that can play 21s on a Saturday and get around the first team a little bit quicker.
That's great. So the future's looking bright for the academy, and then the players to step up to our first team.
Yeah, their pathway is to get into our first team. That's why people have academies. We need to produce players. We need some productivity for the football club, and if we can produce them for our club, or we can get them into football league, that's fantastic for Baseford United.
And what is it you've seen? You say you've had some of the academies. They've been training with the first team. What is it you see in them? What are the things that you notice and you think that now might be a time to just introduce them to men's football?
Yeah, it's dipping them in and out really. You've got to look after them because they're not physically developed and they're not going to produce performances which warrant being around the first team all the time. We just have to pick the timing. So we look at their games programme on a Wednesday. We look at how they train during the week and whether it's the right time for them to come train with the first team. But we're doing okay with them and they're doing really well.
That's great. Cheers. Thanks for taking the time to speak to us tonight, Jess.
Thanks, mate.